It came back again this year for Coney Island's Maker Faire, where you can have a nice. I've been coming to the Maker Faire since 2013 for as many as they've had since then. This time it's smaller, just like it was last year. The first booth I checked out was this sort of spinning top game. Looks like it had all kinds of different 3D printed spinning tops and accessories, similar to something like Beyblade, but I don't think you'll be finding this particular spinning top game being played in the mosh pit of a punk rock show. Another booth that I interacted with and spent quite a bit of time talking to the engineers of this project. They have this program that teaches students how to use engineering concepts to electrify their skateboard, but it's also an educational project that's brought to all sorts of schools all over the country and world. And they teach about the sustainability of the parts that are being used, where it comes from, all sorts of things related to the economy of producing electrified parts as such.
I don't know. You can alert with this?
Well, I don't think the rules would allow. It's got some sharp edges there.
True.
I mean, sharp, but
Sharp
in quotes, yeah, air quotes.
Oh, yeah, no, plastic obviously, but I understand what you mean by sharp.
Yeah. This other booth is called Beers and Gears. They have local meetups at bars and work on these various different projects. The one that interested me the most was this portable toilet. This toilet would be motorized and basically become a form of transportation. Honestly, I think for New York City, they've managed to solve the crisis of there not being any public toilets available. This particular project was sort of a CNC machine or laser cutter type deal for cutting different types of metal. However, it uses some really strong, robust drill bits in order to shave down the materials into the shapes that are basically being sculpted. Is this aluminum?
Yeah.
Could you make edged weapons out of this?
That's what you're saying.
Does it have the potential to make edged weapons?
Got curves here, so you can definitely make tapers.
All right. Have you ever wanted to try to interact with electronics using the worst controllers ever? Well, look no further than the worst controllers ever. This lady really tried to type out a message using this pumpkin full of randomly configured keys, and well, good luck. I also tried to play Super Mario World here. As you would know as a gamer, Super Nintendo typically has 4 buttons on the face and a D-pad that usually stays attached to the controller. And it's not the entire console itself, so this cannot fit in your hands. It works sort of like an arcade controller, however, the functionality that you usually would have to control your characters is virtually non-existent. But I did pretty good considering that I didn't have all the buttons necessary. Didn't want to disrupt this father and son duo playing this particular game, but it seems as if one person plays as sort of a ghost hunter who's searching for the other player who is the ghost. Pretty interesting concept. Another father-son duo playing a game that seems pretty self-explanatory, just mining some things and trying to collect them as quickly as possible against a timer. This project was interesting. There was actually a couple of different things at this table, but the one that struck my interest the most was this sort of scatter plot that's being drawn on the screen based on the weather above their campus of Brooklyn College. So the white spots indicate how much cloud coverage there is at any given time, although there is sort of a delay on the refresh rate of the weather report there. So it takes a moment, but you'll see that it's constantly changing. A lot of folks might be too young to remember growing up with a spirograph, but basically this engineer recreated the spirograph but using Lego Technic pieces and automating it so you didn't have to use your wrists. Don't find this particular artwork that amazing, but hey, it's fun to see it functioning another way. Just checking out this game tape. It appears to be some sort of emulator. I believe they make these cartridges. I don't know if these are pre-existing games or games that they created and programmed into these cartridges, but cool little setup. At this booth, you're able to create controllers out of random appliances, random objects, anything that has a switch-like interface. As you can see, there's this kid here using a bunch of aluminum foil on a phone, tapping another piece of aluminum foil. This booth mostly had racing drones. Don't believe that they were designed for recording videos and stuff like that, taking photos. However, I'm sure someone could finagle making that work. All these parts and drones come from China, and they just created lots of 3D printed replacements for everything. Drones are very difficult to control, but this guy did so very, very cleanly. I couldn't even keep from crashing my drone into the water in the emulator. This lady was here last year with some of her creations, but this new one is the jumping slime robot from Dragon Quest. It's pretty rudimentary, however, you can use a PlayStation controller in order to interact with it. I thought that this was really cool. Basically, it's a webcam that reads your position and has all these different quadrants that play different sounds depending on where you are positioned on the webcam. There's 3 different sound packs, I guess you could say. The leftmost one is a flute, the middle one was, I believe, random sound effects, and the one on the right is, I think it was vocals pitched way down, so it doesn't sound like a voice. This is just the Radic Co-op. They do a lot of printing. Check them out because I saw them post a job opening and was curious about it. So took a look over here and talked to the guy.